The 7 most heavily guarded homes in the world. From subterranean pads to survive an all-out nuclear war of the nations to zombie-proof bunkers and tsunami-safe condos, it seems the rich will go to any length to protect their home turf. Here's a rundown of some of the safest and most protected homes in the world. Number 7. KWK Zombie Bunker. When you're building a house, making it zombie-proof is probably the last thing on your mind. Unless you're talking about this super safe house in the outskirts of Warsaw, Poland. All primed up for a future zombie-led apocalypse, this house is pretty much a concrete cuboid. With movable thick walls and windows, this zombie bunker structure is impossible to break into. One can only enter through the main door. Even the garden area is blocked once you come through the gates. But once the coast is clear, the beautiful modern house peers out to idyllic country views. Also coming with a guarded pool you can reach through a drawbridge. You know, just in case, you need to swim while there are flesh-eating monsters on the loose. Number 6. Indestructible Ojo del Sol. Rain or hail, this strange-looking house in California can survive any amount of bad weather. Designed in 1993, the so-called fish house, as locals call it, is one of the most disaster-proof homes in the world. Built by famous American architect Eugene Tucci, did you know this house can actually survive through any floor-shattering earthquake? That's because the interior is supported by structolite, a super strong blaster. When placed under stress, such as the earth plates moving, the structolite bends, flexes, and adjusts. Which means that when the world is shaking upside down, this house comes alive and survives. Lovingly called the Eye of the Sun, this odd-looking house stands at a 4-degree angle, allowing it to have a super low center of gravity and bear immense seismic shocks. And not just that, the ridges, the wrinkly surface, and fish-like fins also protect the house from wildfires and tsunamis. Talk about climate sturdy. With its odd appearance inspired by this creepy-looking underwater being called the tardigrade, this is one that's hard to miss on a sunny California day. Number 5. Survival Condo Project. Do you have a place to turn to, in case of some earth-shattering emergency? Say if a meteor fell from the sky or nukes wreaked havoc on Earth? While most of us go through life without a plan B, for the Richie Rich in central Kansan, this underground home is all the safety they need. Going 20 feet into the ground, this 15-foot condominium is one of the most secure luxury homes in the world. Designed to survive a 10-kiloton nuclear warhead, this is the wartime dwelling we all need. Fixed up with glass doors, a biological air filtration system, and a big dome for external threats, the Survival Condo is one of the most fascinating building projects of our time. Built by Larry Hall, the condo can house up to 70 people, all safely tucked away inside the home's thick, impregnable walls. Thanks to help from the techies, the house also boasts a military-grade security system with infrared cameras and microphones, proximity and trip sensors, along with secret defensive systems, which make the house highly secure. Not to mention, no one really knows exactly where the house is. Amazing, right? We guess some billionaires are all set for doomsday. Number 4. Ryonsong Residences. Talking about guarded and militarized homes, North Korea's Kim Jong-un gives all the rest of our cherry-picked homes a run for its money. The country's infamous leader owns a host of highly secure residences, protected by both architecture and manpower. With a personal security squad of 100,000 men, the North Korean premier is one of the most highly guarded men in the world. Out of 8 super secure homes, Ryonsong Palace is pretty much the supreme leader's main accommodation. Radiation-proof and located in a rural area with lions inhabiting the surrounding area, this place is sure hard to get into. Whatever chance left you have of ever crossing through those big wild cats is made gone with minefields and, wait for it, an electric fence. Iron and lead-covered concrete in the walls and an underground tunnel for easy escape. Only a few of these crazy security perks enjoyed by this man. Number 3. The Rice House. Are you a fan of Greek architecture? Because if you are, this Greco fortress in Georgia might be your ultimate safe home. Built over the course of 6 long years, the Rice House puts a medieval spin to a modern security setup. With its own observation tower and basement biker, this house is ready for nightwalkers. With bulletproof windows and remote-regulated doors and walls, the house even has a disguised conversation tunnel. Pretty cool, right? With all of these cool high-tech add-ons, you don't think we'd ever compromise on luxury, did you? Thanks to its own wine cellar, 30-car garage, and infrared sauna, this Greco-Roman-style fortress is secure and luxurious. Often touted as the safest home in America, the Rice House is embedded in the latest AI Corbi security, with police patrolling the area pretty much at all times. In fact, did you know the Atlanta home, which is worth more than $15 million, was never actually meant to be auctioned off? Built as a legacy, the Rice House was meant to serve as the family compound for a good 1,000 years. I mean, that's some real long-term planning right there. Too bad the owner's son simply wasn't into the idea of living his life locked away in this rather lavish prison of a home. Number 2. Corbi Mansion. Mr. Corbi impresses us by building a high-tech security feature for the Rice House. So when it came to building his own home, we expected only the best security setup. His super-safe personal residence in Hollywood Hills is equipped with the state-of-the-art security measures smartly designed by none other than the security legend himself. The 8570 Cold Crest is unbreakable due to bulletproof windows and concrete steel-filled rooms. It also has 2 panic rooms to monitor the whole place. Another special feature is the controlled release of a thick, blinding fog to make any burglar get knocked out right away. Plus, thanks to a thermal energy detection program, the Corbis can scan their surroundings anytime. The Security King also has an underground bunker all to himself and his own helipad for a flying aerial escape. This earthquake-friendly mansion also comes with ultra-sensitive sensors using biometrics to allow entry. I mean, one can't even imagine breaking into a place like this. Although it might be the perfect plot for an Ocean sequel in the future. Number 1. Chateau Artisan. And if you've seen the official music video for Fire Flame by the Birdman, you've seen this grand chateau at least once before. Perfectly symmetrical in shape, this island castle is one of a kind. Located in Florida, where it was designed by famous Miami architect Charles Seeger as his own personal residence. This idyllic home is perched on top of a man-made island, which means the actual building has a landlocking moat around it. So you can probably imagine how hard it is to get in. Thanks to motion detectors alerting security if there's someone coming close to the gate, it seems each movement is under the eyes of the radar. Not to mention, this also is a complex setup with infrared cameras around the whole place, which, by the way, give it its size and all actually only has one entrance, shielded, of course, by hard, heavy metal gates. With windows enclosed in impact glass to prevent hurricane damage. Did you know that you actually have to cross a drawbridge to enter this private, super safe oasis? Talk about safety first. So there you have it, super safe homes around the world. Which one of these well-guarded forts feels the safest to you? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.